relax, and enjoy another resin crafting with Chris Collected. Today, I am finally going to finish up this one that's taken us 3 weeks now to complete. But don't worry, I have other cool stuff in today's new series, Christmas in July. So all of these little things are going to get made into Christmas presents for my family. And hey, maybe if I make a few extras, I might send them out to people that watch as well. All right, now time to pour some resin. I'm going to do the full project today, so it's 100 of part A into both and 100 of part B into both, for a total of 400 milliliters. Pours out so much slower than the other one. All right. Now, I actually recently bought these new silicone paddles from Resiners, and the one on the left is that new paddle, and the one on the right is the old paddle. So I wanted to give them a try, both of them today, and see which one is better. About the high speed here, the one on the left is much smoother. Unfortunately though, I did use the paddle on the right, the new one, and it seemed to keep falling out, and so I think I might just end up buying a whole new machine, but we will see, maybe in the future. As well, the one on the left definitely drips off a lot easier. That was one of the things that they claimed on Resiners, was that it just is a lot easier to clean and use, and it actually does seem to be true. You can see that the left one is just pouring off right nice and easy, whereas the right one is already dripping. All right, enough of that. Bubble removing machine. And about 10 minutes later, it's all ready to go. All right, now to add some fixins into it. First up, I have some mica powder. This one's going to be called magenta. Put a little bit of that one in there. Next up, I'm going to use the rest of this gold mica powder. Next up, I have this brand new purple glitter. It has some chunky bits to it and some fine glitter in it. Not to be outdone by the purple glitter, I also have this brand new silver holographic glitter. It's like little stars, like little 4-pointed stars. I'm just going to use a little bit of that. Some other projects in the future, I'll definitely use a ton of that up. All right, I also needed just more glitter, what can I say? And so I decided to use some of this holographic glitter, but smaller and fine, instead of the big chunky one. And finally, this is the Aurora or interface color. So just add a little bit of shine and sparkle to it. And I decided to use all the rest of that one up too. Now I'm going to stir it all up. Next up, I'm going to get the other one. I wish I could go that fast in real life. Let's take a look. On the left, we have this nice, rich magenta, and on the right, we have that light gold. They're looking beautiful. I can't wait to use them. So now, let's go ahead and get them poured. Home of the split screen resin pour. First up, this is a little business card holder or any kind of little holder. You can see that little bit on the left. That's where it's going to hold. You can put a card or whatever you want. I figure it's a great little Christmas gift. I can take a little photo and then basically give them all out to my family and be like, hey, here's a little photo of me. And then these are going to be little stocking stuffers. Just something to have on your desk to remind you that I love you. Nice and full. There you go. The next one I'm going to do is the lid for this new dish that I got. And what I'm going to do is just pour gold in the center and then the magenta all around it. Ton of color. All right, next up is the actual dish itself. And I'm essentially going to do this the opposite. I'm going to put all that magenta I have left and then all the gold on top of it. There you go, nice and full. I had plenty of resin for this project. So I can finally finish this one that I've been doing for 3 weeks. And in fact, I ended up with a little bit extra, and so one of my new favorite ones is I got this little balloon dog recently, and so I decided to do a gold one of those. And finally, anytime I have any little leftover after all this project is over, I'm gonna go ahead and pour a resin tray. But I ended up not having enough, and so this resin tray will be finished next week. But the rest will be demolded shortly. Little bits of all that resin out. So now, after a day of waiting, I can go ahead and demold them. All right, don't they look great? Now, first up, let me get this balloon dog done. I learned a lot from the last time I did it, so I made sure to pull all the little room in his head out, and it was a lot easier to demold this time. Bloop! Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, the last one in blue looks super cute, and this one also looks super cute. Look at that. Isn't that so adorable? So shiny. And in real life, you can see the extra interfacing really well. Next up is this little heart. Nice, easy demold. And it looks freaking perfect. Look how shiny, all the big glitter and small glitter, it just looks absolutely flawless. And then I can put my sticker or anything else I want to put, I can put in that little slot. Next up are my little stocking stuffers. One side of them's holographic, so looks really cool in the end. And each one's different too. So you got the circles on the left, and you got the little shards on the right. And then little tinier shards on the left, and then like a smooth gradient on the right. I think the first one, the circles, is my favorite. Which one's your favorite? All right, now here's the lid. It looks really, really good, but you know, with resin, everything sinks to the bottom. And so this is actually the bottom, not the top. Which is kind of a bummer because it looks so good. And here's a little dish that it goes in. It was a tight fit, so I had to use a little bit of water. This dish, I mean, it turned out absolutely perfect. I think after about 3 years now, 4 years for the whole channel, I think I'm starting to get pretty good at this stuff. Look at that. All that chunky glitter on the top just looks so good. And then all those little stars in the center. And then the whole thing is just shiny and glittery. I know my cousin is going to absolutely love this piece. I got it for her for her jewelry or anything like that. And this is technically the lid, but you can kind of see it's supposed to go on that way. I kind of wish it was the other way. So I might just ended up doing it with no lid. Because I don't think it really needs it. But overall, it looks really good. And finally, this one I've been working on for 3 weeks. This is a pumpkin. I have not done the stem part of it. And so we'll see how it turns out, but I'm really, really happy that I just had something to use up all the extra resin with. There we go. After I dried it off with one of my microfiber towels, now it's ready to go. As you can see, it's 3 distinct layers because it took 3 weeks to do. And if you remember the first time I had that like purple with interference in it, and so you have a little bit of that at the tip, and then that solid black 2.0, and then that blue I did last week, and then of course now the gold. And finally, this one will not be demolded. It just didn't have enough. If you can see, my finger has enough room in here, so it's just not level. Whereas the other side, you can see it's just a little better. All right, everyone, my name is Chris Collected. Remember to trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that is safer for everyone. See y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all. I have a secret new thing going on. Play a game with me. Comment below where you want to put the O. And whoever comments first will get to put that. And then next time I'll show you. And then we'll keep playing, all right? Bye, y'all.